students, welcome to the class. Hope so all of you are fine and doing well. Today we are going to start with the new concepts in Scilab, that is array. In the last lecture we have learned about the vectors in horizontal and vertical direction. Today we are going to start with the arrays. So let's start learning. So what a matrix is, if we talk about array, it is also known as a matrix. Matrix is a collection of numbers arranged in two dimensions. Here we have taken an example of a matrix that has 3 rows and 3 columns, and you can see how we have defined it. Here is a matrix A with elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 9 being arranged in 3 rows and 3 columns. So what we have done is we have taken 1, 2, 3 as the first row element, and here in the syntax we have proceeded with a semicolon. Similarly, the second row elements and a semicolon in 7, 8, 9, that is the third row element. It means we are finding out a matrix by listing out the elements of the array row wise separated with a semicolon. And you can see that we can create an array with equally spaced element also by using the colon operator that we have already learned. So here we can see an example. A has the first row with elements 1 to 4, it means 1, 2, 3, 4, and the next row element is 5 to 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. So whatever the knowledge we have gained for creation of the vectors should be used as such. Here we are mixing the concept of linspace and the normal generation of a vector. So you can see here we have created a matrix A with 2 to 5 as the first row element. Here we have taken 2, 7, 10, 81, all the distinct elements, so I have defined it as a vector, and then I have created the 4 elements from 0 to 1 using linspace. So in the last lecture we have covered the linspace and how to create the vector with the different elements. So you can just go through it if you need some clarity how to define a vector, because right now we are using the concept of vector that we have learned to generate the matrix. Now once the matrix is created, the next thing is how to extract elements from the matrix. So here we have considered, let us say we have a matrix A with 1 to 4 as the first row element, 5 to 8 as the second row element. So here you can see in this line A we have written, once it is being framed and I am typing out A, it will show me the elements, and how I am extracting is to extract the elements of the rth row and the cth column. The command is A R comma C. The number of element I want to extract from a particular row and from a particular column. But if I want to refer every item of the cth column, so it is A colon comma C. So we are saying all the row elements but the specific C column. Similarly, if I am writing A R comma column, means we are specifying the row but column should be all. So here we can see from an example. Here if I am saying A2 comma 3, so it means I am assessing the second row third element. So the second row is this one, and 5, 6, 7, 8. In the second row the third element is 7. So the answer will come as 7. Similarly, we can extract a number of elements from the rows and columns. So here I have taken A colon comma 2 and 4 in a vector. So what I am saying is all the rows, whatever the rows are, so the 2 rows are taken, and then second to fourth element. So what it leads to, it will extract the element of the second and fourth column. So if we see, the second column is 2, 6, the fourth column is 4, 8, and they will be combined together to give me a submatrix. Here we have A colon comma 3, so we are talking about the third column to extract. 2 comma colon means I am talking about second row to extract, no compulsion on column. And if we talk about A and in bracket colon, it means we are extracting all the elements of the given matrix A but in the column. And if I need a specific element, by converting the elements column wise, so here you can see A6 is giving you 1, 2, 3, the element is 7. Right? So this is how we are working with the matrices. Now the next thing is we have some built-in generators also. It means Scilab allows you to use some commands to generate the whole matrix at one go. So here we have some that we are going to see in the hand-on practice examples. The first command is ones m comma n. If I need to create m into n matrix of all ones, zeros m comma n when all the elements of a matrix are zeros, EYE is to create an identity matrix of order m comma n. DIAGV is a command to create a matrix with diagonal elements being specified, or it can also be used if I want to extract the element. I will show you through an example. Then after we have another command rand. Rand is for the random number generator. So if I need to generate m cross n matrix with random elements between 0 to 1, I can use rand m comma n. Here we have some examples. If I will write down ones 1 comma 3, it means I am talking about 1 row 3 columns with all ones. 2 comma 3 is giving me 2 rows and 3 columns. Zeros 2 comma 4 means 2 rows, 4 columns are there. Then identity, normally for identity we are taking a square matrix. So if I am writing out 3 comma 3, it's taking 3 rows, 3 columns, and the diagonal elements are all ones, and we call it as an identity matrix in mathematics. Then we have diag command that we have just discussed, that if I will take elements 1, 2, 3 in the diag command, then it will generate a matrix whose diagonal elements are 1, 2, 3. And similarly, if we have a matrix, here we have a matrix 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2 in the first row, third, 3 and 4 in the second row. So if I write down diagonal, so it will give me the diagonal elements. And here are the examples of random matrix generation. Here I am saying generate 2 comma 3. So rand 2 comma 3 will give me 2 rows and 3 columns, and just writing on rand will give me a random number. So we have just learned something regarding the matrices. So let's start with an examples. So let's start with the first example. Till now I have shown you some of the theory part, and now we are going for hands-on practice. So be sure Scilab is open and we are going to start together. So may we start? Here we go. The first example is saying create a 3 cross 3 matrix with all ones. So the command for ones is ones, and it is 3 comma 3, and if I will press enter, it's giving me all ones, and it is 3 rows 3 column. Second one is I need to create 8 by 1 with all zeros. So for all zeros I will write down zeros, 8 rows 1 column, and these are the values. The next is create a matrix 5 by 2 with all elements equal to 0.37. So when we are saying 0.37, so either I can create like zeros, and how many are if it is the dimension 5 by 2. So I will go for 5 by 2, and what should I do? I can add 0.37 to the matrix itself. So like this I can generate, or the another way is I will try for ones 5 comma 2 the dimension, and I will multiply it by 0.37. So both are the ways that you can generate a matrix with all elements as 0.37. So hope so we have understood how to generate the matrix using inbuilt commands. Here we have an example 2. From the above defined array, extract the following. So till now I have not named any. So let me do A with the first row elements as 1, 2, 3, semicolon. Next elements as 4 to 6, 4, 5, 6, semicolon. And let me write down here some different elements. Once it is created, I have a matrix A. Now what we are saying is, now I have the questions to extract. We are saying element of first row and second column. So how should I do? First row, so I will use a normal bracket, first row and second column. So first row is 1, 2, 3, and second column is 2, 5, 7. So if I go for, the answer should be 2. And yes, the answer is 2. Let me show you. The answer is coming as 2. The next question is element of third row with first and second column. So this time we are talking about third row, and for column we are talking about column as first and second. Third row is there and first and second columns are there. So how should I write down? I can say 1 comma 2 for column, and here we are getting 9 comma 7. Means we are getting the two elements as 9 and 7. The next one is saying elements with command A6 and discuss the explanation. So here we go for that. If I will show you this is our A matrix, and if I write down A6, so what will happen? The elements will be arranged column wise, and it is 149 the first 3 elements, 257 the next 3 elements. So A6 will result in 7, right? The next is all elements of row 2 from array A. We want to extract all elements of the second row. So for all elements of second row means 4, 5, 6 should be the output. So let's try the command all elements of second row. So we are not saying anything about column. So it is 4, 5, 6. Correct, we are right. The next is second and third row of first and second column. Second, third row of first and second column. So this time we are having second and third and first and second. So what should I do? I can't write down like this. I need to put this in a bracket. So for rows, second and third, and this is for column, but here brackets are not compulsory. So we can see this is what I am getting. Right, let me show you. The matrix was A. I have written a command, this one, and I am getting 4, 5, 9, 7, the second and third row and first and second column. Right, so hope so you are getting how to extract the elements. Right, so we are done with the example 2. Let's move on to example 3. Example 3 is saying that we have a vector A and B. We need to expand the size of array by writing out C as A semicolon B and A space B. So let's try it. We are having A values as 3, 5, 7. So here I have defined A and B. Now what we are saying is if I write down A and B together. So it is A and B together. Let's see what will happen. The elements of A and then comes the elements of B. Means I have created C with the help of A and B both. And if I will put a semicolon in between, so it will generate a matrix. The output of writing out together is this, and the output of putting a semicolon in between is taking the first elements and B elements as the second row. And other than that, if I just write down A is equal to A space 9, then what will happen? Then the elements of A, right now the elements of A are these, but if I will write down A is equal to A and space 9, so 9 will come as a next element in A and A will be updated. Right? So this is how we are doing with the work. So till now we have learned about the creation and the extraction of elements from array. Now we are going to start with deletion. So how we can delete the elements from a vector is, let's see, from a vector if I am looking to delete, it should be a particular element. So let me clear the console. Let's start. Right now this is my A. What the question is saying is for the vector A, delete the second element. So if I am looking for the second element, means 5 need to be deleted. So what I should do is I will say A2 is equal to a blank bracket, and you can see A itself is changed. From a vector we can delete the number of elements, but what if it is a matrix? So right now for matrix C we are saying delete the second column. For the matrix I can't delete a single element. So right now this is C. If I will write down C2 is equal to an empty bracket, then what will happen? It will create the whole C in a column form and then delete a particular element, and here you can see 1 is being deleted. Right? The second part is for a matrix C I need to delete the second column. So let me try and see how we can delete it. So if we talk about C, this is the C value. We are looking for the second column to delete. So if we go for the second column, what I have should write down is just like the extraction. We are saying all rows should be there, but we are specifying the second column. So all rows of second column should be deleted. So you have to write down the same syntax we are using for the extraction. So you can see the second column is being deleted. Right, now one more thing, let us see what our current C value is. So right now it is this. Now let us say I want to delete 9. So what should I do? I need to convert it in a single column form, and then only the element can be deleted. It means if I will write down C3, I am not taking row and column, I am saying C3 to delete. So what will happen? It will generate the elements as 3, 1, 5, which are just the column form of this matrix. So let us stop here, and in the next video we are going to discuss more about the creation of the matrix using diag command, and some more examples we will do. Till now we have learned about the matrices, how to create, how to extract, and how to delete. In the coming next lecture we are going to learn more about the manipulating arrays. So thank you so much. Have a nice day.